Okay. Hi, beggar. How you doing? More Slayer farming because I don't feel like doing anything too, exhausting today.
Here I am. If you wanted a shot at me, now's your chance.
Yes. How you doing? So yeah, also Evil wanted to know if, going above 200 trigger stronger, slayers, or at least Tologs. So I decided to try on top of a tower, so there wouldn't be, any ambush until I get down from it. I'm also trying out Evil's technique, but I feel like it would be easy for me to mess this up. It's probably less painful to watch than just me stabbing this guy in the back over and over until we get ambushed, but it's still more likely for me to mess this up. I know he uses the, hammer to freeze the other guy, but I prefer the hammer of Erigan, so you just have to press the same button. I made a 777 slave orc yesterday. Took forever. Well, at least, you haven't wasted your time on it. Right? And now we wait and see if there's an ambush. Yes.
That's enough of that.
Nope. That's not a Nolog who ambushed us. And this one is a cargo rider, so it doesn't appear to be doing much of a difference. Of course, it's only one result, so we'll see. And this one is enraged by injury. Hi Darkslayer, how are you doing? I'm doing so, thank you.
Zog and his acolytes
No, yeah, he is badass, but then I lost him on an online siege. Ah, sorry. Yeah, you're not going to lose them in a friendly conquest, but online is going to risk your captain, so I usually do it solo. But online is full of hacked orcs on, PC, so mostly I just skip it because it's not worth it.
Shug is close by.
So yeah, it's faster to get to 100 and over for the streaks using this technique, but
But where
like I
is
said,
my challenger?
it's not my thing.
Is he too scared to show his face?
At least it's less, you know, difficult on my hands. I mean, it's a good game, but it's mostly dead thanks to, you know, WB Games, because they basically shut it down, as well as the production company, and they patented the Nemesis system for 11 years from now. So if you don't know what the Nemesis system is, it's basically when an enemy remembers everything you've done to them, and they, you know, talk back about, hey, you remember when you cut off my arm? I want revenge. So they can cheat death. They also remember when you messed with their brothers, etc. Yes, there were two of these games. There was Shadow Mordor, which is basically an introduction. See this as some kind of tutorial to Shadow War. Shadow War, there's more to it, but there's also some things in Shadow Mordor I wish they kept in Shadow War. And what people really like to do is create their own nemesis, using different ways to kill them, even when you know sometimes they're not going to remain dead for long. They're going to cheat death, or some at least. And right now I'm only trying to get the streak up to 200 and over to trigger an ambush from Slayers, and Slayers can appear in any forms. As long as you don't have one in the region, one can randomly be made, even if they are not supposed to be spawned in a particular class, like Slayers. So, yeah.
Enough of this silly
we got the
raving
serpent
and
this time.
flailing, impressive as it might be, Tuck. Now that I'm here, you're gonna have to grip that thing nice and tight.
Remind me, the serpent... Well, remind me, I mean, those who do this. The serpent, I don't think he ever appears as a Slayer. I don't know. You might find this humorous, guys, but I've watched Frodo and the old Lord of the Rings PS2 on his walk from the beginning of the game tomorrow. Shadow, I mean to Mordor. Frodo and the old Lord of the Rings PS2 do his walk from the beginning. I'm not sure I follow. Are you saying that you watched a marathon of the Lord of the Rings, or are you saying that you watched the whole walk or something? He pretty much just walks, no action. It's like a journal. So I'm not sure really what you're talking about, but alright. So, what do I do with this guy? Do I keep him or not? I don't really like the fact that he's skinny. But if I turn him into a Stormbringer, it's not that bad. Nah. Yes, the whole walk, about 9 hours, he just walks from the beginning of the game to the end.
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed by fire, but Mordor is not yet yours.
The PS2. I don't think I've ever heard of this game. What is it, like a walking simulator? Like Death Stranding?
Shug is close by.
I mean, you know, if a game did this and the region that they're going through are
Someone
just,
sets a challenge, I answer it. But where is my challenger?
might be
Is he
interesting
too scared
for
to
those
show
who
his
look
face?
into something to listen to while they're sleeping or something? I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. So basically that's how they did it. Normally when you play Frodo you get a sword and you play through the game. It's Frodo Strider and thank you. Well, you know, it's just it's just a picture of one of my slayers. So far, 2 spawns we got, and none was analog evil. No, I got 2 with the, I mean, like I said, 2 so far, and none spawn as a null. None of them spawn as a null. None. One spawned as a Caragor rider, and the other spawned as the serpent. A skinny serpent, so I was not really interested. Go buff or go home. At least your technique is less painful on my hands, as I said, but it's much easier to fail for me. Are they going to spawn? Yes, no, maybe. I like to. Yes.
No one likes a fella who's always showing off his big flashy moves. Must be why no one likes me.
Again, 3 spawns, no Orlogs. That's not the technique. Well, it's kinda.
By fire, but Mordor is not yet yours.
You're adding one step that I feel like it's not necessary when I can simply do the, you know, hammer of Verigan, because it keeps him frozen. It's not one extra hit, but it's still, you know, alright. Noob Gaming. Hey bro, I killed Orlog Dark Destroyer
Shug
And
is
when
close by.
as I wait, I meet Zog the Eternal and do the HP glitch. Thor crew. Huh?
Here
I
am.
can't
If you wanted a
understand
shot at me,
this
now's
last
your
word of
chance.
yours. To recruit him. Ah, okay, good. Well, good. Well, I wouldn't have time for 5 throws. I'm not going to jinx it. I know what I can do. It's not the same as what you do. There's a difference. You know. I know my hands have a limit. Otherwise, this stream is going to last 30 minutes. You know, I need gloves, compression gloves for arthritis in my hands. I don't need to make sure to use those, to require those to do this. I'd rather not. Well, you're using the keyboard. If I use the keyboard, that would be even worse for my hands. I wouldn't be able to play more than 10 minutes. So yeah, like I said, I use what I use because my hands allow it. I'm limited in my movements. You know, they basically just told me that I've got basically just cartilage in my hands now. Are you excited for Bombshell 2? Never played the game. I don't know what that is. So, sorry, I'm not that excited. Good for those who are. I don't. I said that wrong. Are you excited for Mortal Shell 2? Well, excited, I don't know, but I would look into it. I hope it's as good as the first, but I hope for more options. I'm fine with, you know, having different skins, having
I was getting bored watching you fight.
abilities.
You got anything better?
And yeah, if it comes out and I have the money, maybe at some point I'll look into buying it. And if it has drops like the first one did, then yes, I would do it on Twitch. I mean, I could also stream on YouTube, but
Zog and his
yeah.
acolytes have been cleansed by fire, but Mordor is not yet yours.
Well, thank you. But yeah, I overdid it with the Mortal Shell streams because I was streaming for 2 months straight. Was it 2 months or 3 months? I'm not sure. And yeah, I did everything there was to do, even with the DLCs, and I got sick of it because, you know, I did everything. And then people were like, why are you not playing more, you know, Mortal Shell? It's like, because I done everything. It's like, at some point, you want to play something
Someone set a
else.
challenge.
Hi Martin, how you doing?
But where is my challenger? Is
The
he
guy is
too
also at
scared
85,
to
I am
show
on
his
level
face?
30 and level 30. Ah. I mean, I make sure that I've got a captain who can take a beating. So I wanted to make sure that he has enough HP. So, you know. And it's not like he can really defend himself no matter his level. Your guy dies way slower. Well, I don't want him to die. I want to make sure that I can get enough, you know, streaks out of him. I also gave this guy thick skin, if, you know, it helps. Out of curiosity, is it Martin? I don't know. Martin is on YouTube right now, so it's just Martin. I don't know if you know a Martin on YouTube, probably. But it's enough to do 200-300 streak before death, defy dual good. Would 5 hit with frost sequence, 7 dose the knockdown, followed by quick.
You maggot! Coming here was the second biggest
I
mistake.
have no idea about keyboard.
The first was that death threat. I mean, and now you're gonna pay for both.
It is what it is. I just prefer the controller over the keyboard personally, because it's easier for my hands. So this is the basic controller setup I've got, like attack X, Wraith-Touched B, etc. The light heart attack. I'm sorry. So yeah, the other guy hasn't, you know, ambushed us, so we're doing it again. Like I said, I made sure that our guy has enough HP for me to do this many times, so we can try over and over.
That won't work anymore.
Oh, really? Are you sure it's not going to work anymore? Well, I don't know about that. It appears to still be working. I was just asking if 5 melee hits versus frozen would be easy for you, because I mean, I usually you know, use melee. But if I freeze him, hit him a bunch of time and stuff, then I might just mess things up and do one extra, which, you know, breaks his frozen state, which would reset the whole thing. Thank you. But yeah, like I said, I'm limited on what my hands can do. Back when I was a kid, keyboard was nothing, but my hands started hating me as I grew up, so, you know. And when the pandemic started in 2020, I bought myself a PS4 to play some, you know, God of War, the new God of War, not the old games. And I also bought Bloodborne to try it out. But I figured out that I couldn't hold the controller for the PS4 because they're like this instead of,
Come on!
you know,
Very impressive.
it's not like this, and
With
to be
moves like,
like
that,
this.
you could almost
And it was
defeat me.
way too painful for my thumbs. Yeah, we got the demolition. Okay, but yeah, it did not appear, you know, because I did the 200. It just appeared because I did the streaks over 100. So it's not show epics. He has no epics. He's basic. Keeping, I mean, if you want me to keep him, but personally, I'm not that impressed. I've got much better Ologs than this guy. I mean, he's got Tremor, but I should keep all Ologs just to have them all and put them all in one save. I mean, if I put all my Slayer logs in my save, I would have a bunch of crappy ones. So I'd rather just work to have better, you know. Also, I don't like that he has only one arm with the stuff. Didn't realize the logs could be slayers. Well, it's not supposed to spawn them, because I'm guessing they figured out that it did work really well, so they made him impossible to spawn unless your region is empty of slayers. And they can generate slayers even as archers, which is completely useless because, yeah, they learn faster, but they can't use the 3 strikes. And yeah, I've got better Ologs than this guy, so sorry, I don't feel like keeping him. Please don't do Outlast ever again. Watching you with that mask made me feel miserable. Yeah, if I ever did Outlast, I would do it normally again. But it's not really a game for me because I don't get scared. There's only one type of game that terrifies me, and it's, you know, those that really give me a panic attack, which is not fun to watch. It's not horror games, it's just because of my phobia of, you know, underwater. See, if you've got Subnautica, I bought this years ago and figured out, oh,
Shug
I'm
is close
terrified
by.
of underwater. I don't want to, you know, play this game. When I bought, what was the game?
Here I am. If you wanted a shot at me,
There
now's
was
your chance.
a sale on Steam for Bioshock. I bought all 3 Bioshocks for $10 on Steam years ago, and I got a panic attack as the game went on. So that's not for me. It's not panic attack because of monsters and stuff in this. It's just because of the scenes with the water. Like, oh no, the start is you're out of a plane that's crashed in the middle of the ocean. So I panicked. And then I swam to the thing, the elevator that got me down. So while I was inside the underwater building, which was fine for a while, until at some point they said, oh, well, it's going to fall apart and you have to go underwater to get to the other section. So I panicked and stopped playing. But horror games do nothing for me. They don't stress me out or anything. So Outlast, I doubt I would play it again because nobody wants to just watch me go through it unfazed. Probably because when the Orlog Berserkers do that 3 pieces Berserkers attack that you said multiplayer snapping, along with Orlogs being so tanky. I mean, Orlogs are tanky, but they're pushovers. They're pushover tanks, basically. But yeah, I never finished the first game of Bioshock because yeah, I was on the water all the time, always suffocating in real time. I couldn't play it anymore. But if you place me in a horror game with monsters around, eh. I learned that I have it when we had to swim all the way to the vortex in the abyss of World of Warcraft. My head started itching and I had to do other swim. Well, but yeah, like I said, I had a panic attack, and I'm not one to have panic attacks. And Subnautica was just awful for me. I was in the tutorial zone until I went a bit too far and I got attacked by a Leviathan, so I cried.
Man swine! I received your threat. That is why I am here. Not
The
hiding,
huge whale
but
sharks.
waiting.
Well, I don't know about that. I haven't
out.
checked the game any more than
Foolish It is I who have lured you to your death.
nothing as bad as tanks with shield. Yeah, it's like, alright, I understand, but they're not as good in a fight as other, captains. Oh, we've got Darksayer, can you report them as bots and ban them, please? Thank you. I have an idea. How about I go up to 1,000 streaks with this guy? Oh, I need to to scratch and itch, but do it what? Oh yeah, the 1,000 streaks. Yeah, we'll see if we get something. I mean, he's got the HP for it, and if he doesn't, well, he'll get back up, and we'll do it again. I'm surprised he hasn't adapted yet. He did, but he's easily dazed by a headshot, so it stuns him. Well, he's dazed, and then he can just do it again. So yeah, when you daze a captain, his immunity and adapt state is reset for a short while anyway, until he's back on his feet and you have to do it again. It's going to take forever to get to 1,000, but Well, Darkslayer is not here to report and ban the bot, so I will do it myself, I guess. Just... Alright, it's gone. You were brutal, not Gravewalker. No, I'm Gravewalker. So whenever you can, or in a video, can you show how to get Orlog Slayers? I'm interested in that. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. You have to get a streak of over 100 and make sure that the map is empty of any other Slayers. Also, you don't want a random captain to ambush you, so usually to have an empty region is perfect. And then you get a streak of over 100 every time. And that's how you randomly get Orlogs. But you don't always get an Orlog Slayer. You can get a random Orlog. No worries. He's not going to make it to 1,000 hits. So we'll see. At least 500, and we'll see if we get an ambush. How did you figure this out, by the way? That was by accident during a live stream, and then somebody said, yeah, they do spawn sometime, but it's rare. So like, ah, it's rare, is it? So I tried to get more into it, and like, ah, so this save is perfect for me to farm them. And only recently did people start to farm them as well.
Man swine! You cleared out loads of small fry, sure. But to me, you are the small fry.
Well, as you can see, Evil, it doesn't make the Olog spawn more than usual. It's just any random captain. This one spawned with no immunities, and he's basic. Well, I'm pretty sure they just, like I said, didn't mean to leave the Olog Slayers, or, you know, archers who randomly spawn as Slayers. It's just, it happens. They probably meant to remove them, or they forgot about them, and they're still in, so you get an Olog with a line about, hey, you know, I'm a Slayer, I'm pretty good at fighting too. So you would normally not hear those lines in the game. Also, it's the only time you see an Olog with, you know, a helmet for Slayers, as well as, you know, the pants and the bracers. I mean, the only Olog you know who has the pants for Slayers is Bruce.
Shug is close by.
I'll find out when. Someone set a challenge.
So yeah, the best way to farm them is just to beat up a captain over and over, as long as he has enough HP for it, for the streaks. So yeah, I'll do over 100 streaks every time, and yeah, we'll see about the average, because if I wait every time for 200, we won't be doing much. Didn't think there'd be voice lines and everything. Well, yeah, they probably fully implemented them into the game long ago, but they said, ah, it doesn't work. We can't get them to use the things as we wanted them to. So, one thing I can say for Olog Slayers is that they adapt quickly. So, yeah, usually they are pushovers and they don't do well in fights. But when they spawn, also if they spawn with a class that never changes as epic, so if you get the blast to spawn, the blast or the destroyer, one or the other is the same, you know, it's just different titles. Well, they only spawn as destroyers, but if you spawn them as slayers, they keep their bombs and everything.
Man felt. Woo, you're really.
But they're still adapting quickly, so you've got a pretty powerful destroyer. You can also have tricksters and tanks who spawn as slayers, and they have something that others don't. But even if they do spawn. If they are riding cargoes, they suck.
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed by fire, but Mordor is not yet yours.
Yeah, that's, like I said, probably why they didn't really want them to naturally spawn in the game. And it's not like they can fix some things now that, you know, Monolith is no more. No more Lith.
Shug is close by.
You can buy class epic over and over. Second epic doesn't show. Ah. No more Lith.
Here I am. If you wanted a shot at me, now's your chance.
I was wondering if is it possible for you to add me as a friend. Sure. If you have Steam, yeah. I also have a Discord, but you know. But the group Discord is mostly for those who want to join and talk about Shadow War, but I'm guessing you'd rather join to just have a normal chat. So that's fine too. Unfortunately, it seems that PS4 only have Discord. I do have. Ah, but yeah, the link to Discord should be in the chat. I think. Is it in the description? I updated this the other day. It should be in the description. And you know, my account is also linked to the server because you know it's still my server.
Good to see
Hi
you,
Raslav, how you doing?
my lord.
But yeah, I'm not really playing on PS4 anymore. I played it a few times before I figured out I can't use the controller. You know, it's my hands. Ah, you're sick. I'm sorry. Is it the flu or food poisoning? Yeah, food poisoning. Ah, the flu. I'm sorry about that. I haven't had the flu in years since I moved in here. Because, you know, I don't socialize much. And I don't really feel the need to. So,
Never seen some of those moves before.
I don't
And
catch
I mean
other
never to
people's
see them
sickness. And yeah, this Slayer sucks. Giggles. Ah. Got a different 1 month ago. I remember when I was like 16, I was working in a pet shop I caught some flu that lasted for months. It wouldn't let me go, and it was so severe I went deaf because even my ears were it's like I was stuck inside my head basically just because of this flu. They just said, "Oh, it's just a normal flu." It's not the
Zog and
normal
his
flu. I'm
acolytes
going
have been
deaf.
cleansed by fire, but
And
Mordor
then
is
one
not
day
yet yours.
I was working again, and then it just blew poof. I could hear again. Out of nowhere. Also, the Discord link doesn't work in the description for some reason. It doesn't work. Alright, just give me... I'm going to write it in the... well, post it in the comments. Let me... just... okay, invite to channel... no. Where's the invite? There. Let me know if the link works. So it should appear on both YouTube and Twitch. Welcome, Darkslayer. Just give me a second. I'm going to make sure that you're a Narkslayer so you can talk. Even if you're not a Narkslayer, but you know. And welcome Yaroslav as well. Zero set it up so you can only chat if you have the roles of, you know. Alright. So yeah, I can't really chat much on Discord right now because I'm still streaming, so I have to get back to it. So yeah, welcome to the Discord, you two.
Shug is close by.
But yeah, I'll look into updating the link again.
Here I am. If you wanted a shot at
Oh,
me, now's your chance.
also, Tweety Bird? Well, I'm going to also give you the role, just give me a moment. I think Evil can give you the role. Or, well, Zero is busy, so I have to do it myself. Just give me... right. Right. So yeah, I have to get back to it. Because yeah, Zero did say that he wouldn't be here today. So I have to do it myself. Gonna hop in and try some Slayers. Alright, best of luck.
I very much doubt you'll survive this. But if you do, maybe this time I'll recruit you. Bleed for me!
Hello and welcome to you all. Like I said, I can't really chat much right now because I'm streaming. Well, I can chat with those who are watching the stream, but you know, not on Discord, I mean. That's the issue with this technique. Random grunts can hear me from afar throwing daggers, so... It's like, alright, it works.
I like gore as much as the next Uruk, so it's almost a shame to break this up. Almost.
There are three things that suck about this new spawn. First, he's a cargo rider. Second, he's an archer. Third, he's a legend, which means he can't change title. So, yeah. Posted my chosen Nola collection in the Orcs. Awesome. And yeah, Evil will look at those definitely.
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed by fire, but Mordor is not yet yours.
But yeah, he's jealous because I got a few Olog Slayers of my own. Even one from last stream. I'll post my most prized look, Hellhawk, in here too. One thing I never understood is why they switched the voice actors for the Raven and the Dreamer. Why is that? The Raven / Hellhawk used to be voiced by Travis Willingham back in Shadow Mordor, and
Shug is close
Neil
by.
Kaplan was the Dreamer. So why did they switch those? Did they just get confused and said, alright, let's go with it?
Someone set a
He's not like OP or anything, he's just very loyal. Well, that's the most important thing, I'd say. I don't really care much for how strong a captain is, because I'm not really a trainer. I mostly care about transforming them. If they can't change title, I'm not that interested. Because you can't really mold them into the unique captain. There's no much possibility to transform them. I don't really care for it. So, you know, especially when you've got titles like the Brawl-Master. Brawl-Master, he gains the tank shoulder pads and Berserker arms. If you've got one who turns into the Grout Slayer, he gets the helmet, also a bone for weapon. You know, all kinds of modifications to an outfit. If you get the Kinslayer, he's got the hood with skulls on their shoulder pads. If you get the Slayer, you get the giant skull. So yeah, I failed to do the thing, so I should just keep doing the daggers. I think they wanted Neil Kaplan to have a more brooding voice. I don't know. It just bothered me from the start. Now it's not like I care. But yeah, you're used to it in Shadow Mordor, you switch to Shadow War and you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't work. It's like when they changed Matthew Mercer, he did the brutes in Shadow Mordor. He did well the brutes. I'm not saying he's not doing well the leaders in Shadow War, but it's still a weird change for me. Well, it used to be. Now it's, you know, used to it. I mean, they don't have all the actors from the first game, of course. Dwight Schultz didn't change. They changed a friendly who used to be voiced by Michael G. Goff. They gave the role to J.B. Blanc. So now J.B. Blanc is the one who's doing the... Gonna have word with you. And the singer used to be voiced by Steve Bloom, but now it's voiced by Dwight Schultz, but it's usually just singing. We got a crazy one. No thanks. I think your take is better than being a trainer. Kinda like fashion souls, like badass looking girls. Yeah, it's like you see those captains who have unique things that others don't have, and you're like, what if I burn this guy? What if I turn this one into a Stormbringer? Like, you know, remember my serpent and my worm that I turned into the Stormbringers? As soon as I figured out, hey, I can change their titles to the Flame of War or the Unashamed and stuff. So what if I fake transform them into the machine? So I only changed their voice to Matthew Mercer, and then I burned them into becoming the Inflamed. From there, I could turn them into Stormbringers. And, you know, I was the first. Because I was always experimenting in the games, like, hey, you can do this, so why can't I do that? So most of my captains end up burned because I have to change their voices with different death. So, yeah. The only thing I don't really care about, like I said, are those who have their titles locked. It's like, yeah, I like those. I like the Black Blade, but you can't change him anymore. Maybe you could before, but they updated stuff that you can't. No. Of the White Hand is the one who's sent by Saruman. I know I was able, just like the Ancient One, I was able to turn them into Flame of War. I did this years ago, but it's not possible anymore. So I guess if I were to switch to 1.0, I could try to transform them. But in the latest version, it's not possible. Hi Dynamic, how are you doing?
Ranger! Well, well, well. Now's your chance.
I definitely need to get
really
advice from you or the others
where
on this
so
show on
many
how to
others
customize
have
these guys.
failed.
I mean, yeah. Like I said, there's the link in the chat. If you've seen it, yeah. Yeah, you did. Okay. I just saw your other comment thanking for the link. So, yeah. There are many people in the server who can help you, including me, you know. but they know what I do now. So. We also have a few guides that you can also find in the other Shadow War server, but there's one that's not featuring my guides that I have on mine. And I kept seeing evil, you know, begging the moderators on their servers to include me into the guides because they thought it was not necessary. I mean, that's fair. I'm not going to beg anyone to add me to their mod list. I'm doing my own thing, they're doing their own. If they want my guides, they can ask for it and I'll share. I mean, you do have things that people are interested in, like how to conquer forts and how to use, how to get certain items from, you know, what was the ring from Zog, or was it the sword? Which one was it? Your server is more interested in orc visual modifications. Well, because that's mostly what I'm into. So it kind of reflects it, so that's good. Wraith-Giver. Took it a bit too.
Till I enter into it.
So yeah, this guy is also an archer, cargo riders. We haven't had a good one this stream, which sucks. I mean, you can't always have good ones. Last stream we got pretty lucky. We got the Chosen, we got the wall, but it was not a good wall. We got the Shadow. And yeah, the Shadow always spawns as Epic Assassin. An Epic Assassin who randomly spawned as a Slayer kept his dagger throws. So, you know, that's something we can train later. Who's the hand orc, not the white hand? Because yeah, there are two titles who have the hand in their titles. So there's the one who has, you know, the Nazgul arm, which reflects kind of the captains that you had to fight in Shadow Mordor at the end of the story. And I'm guessing they just, you know, putting the title in this game to say, hey, you remember those? And you have the one from Sauron. So basically he's got the handprints on his body just like the Unashamed.
Shug is close by.
Someone sets a challenge, I answer it. But where is my challenger? Is he too scared to show
But
his
yeah, the one who spawns with the Nazgul arm, you can change his title. You can turn him into the Machine, the Unashamed, etc. It would be awesome if you could play as the villain.
You maggot! When we're done here,
As
you'll
the
be
villain.
tired and
I mean,
dead. I'll only be
that would be a different take. In the old game I used to play when I was a kid, it was the Middle Earth. No, wait, it was the Battle for Middle Earth. So the Battle Middle Earth, you could do an evil campaign against a good campaign. And you had 3 different games about it. Of course, my favorite one was the latest, which was basically the campaign of Angmar with the Witch King. So yeah, you played as the bad guy in this, but it's mostly you're sending armies, you're controlling them like the World of Warcraft. No, Warhammer, the game. Confuse those games. The Warhammer game has the same idea basically, but it's not Lord of the Ring themed. You know the main guy before his ring got cut from his hand? Yes, I know. My theory is that Sauron put so much of his soul into the ring that when it got separated from his body, it's like his body became an extension of his soul, but not the source of it. So when it was cut off, the ring was all that really remained from Sauron. So that was his mistake. And you can basically see Sauron as Voldemort in Harry Potter. See this.
Sure, you can slaughter this lot.
Sauron and Voldemort are kind of the same, alright? He has the one ring where he puts his soul into it, like an Horcrux. And if you separate the Horcrux from the guy, the body can be broken, but then his spirit can fly elsewhere, you know. So when Voldemort was broken, he was only like shadow and stuff until he got corporal form. So yeah. Yeah, they can spawn at the top of the tower, but you have to have your back turned to the rest of the tower. If you're just facing one side, you know, it's going to spawn where you're not looking. If your view is on the whole platform, basically, they're not going to spawn there. No, Voldemort. Oh, and evil. We've got the Warlock. It's just this guy has no... Oh! This one has Epic Smoke Bomb. He has Epic Smoke Bomb. Didn't you say that... Give him decoys. I was... you're not saying too much. I'm just trying to figure out what the others are saying. I don't think you can though. So you want me to keep him? I don't think you can give him, because he naturally spawns with his decoys. So in this case, he spawned without any. I don't think you can give him a team of decoys, even if you give him epic. Quick shot, yeah. I think it's the fact that he spawns as a slayer, they just give him quick shot. Yeah, I'll save this guy, fine. I'll make sure that my guy dies before, you know, I've got to deal with the other. I would have preferred that the Warlock spawns as another class than, you know, Archer. And also, if he didn't have a cargo, that would have been great. No idea what he thought that, you know, climbing this would help him. What are y'all's favorite Lord of the Rings song?
That won't work anymore. I've learned your tricks.
I like what's his name? Thorin's Oakenshield's song. I like his song. You know, the one he finds in the movie?
That won't work.
Are we talking about the head drawer? Is it the sword that the goblins are afraid of? I love the slaughter armor and cloak. Looks beautiful. And then armor is vibrant red. Ah, the slaughter outfit? Yeah. No, he obtains the goblin cleaver. Ah. Is Cutthroat always an assassin?
Fight until you die.
I don't know. I haven't really farmed
Put
those.
those tiny arms to work. Who knows? Maybe you'll make a scratch.
I mean, you can transform him if he has, you know, some good stats.
Your tricks.
An humiliator. That doesn't make sense. How can he be an humiliator if he's an assassin? It's a slayer. Ah, my favorite sword is when they rebuild the sword that they used to cut someone. Ah, so it's you know, Aragon sword. In the books, it's already been reforged. In the movies, they reforge it like in what, the third movie? Yeah, in the third movie they reforged the sword. It's like, you know. But yeah, in the book he's got it already. So yeah, it's possible that, you know, he always spawns as the assassin, but the fact that he spawned as a slayer is different. Is there a way for me to transfer you a Nork through online siege? No, that's not possible. Well, I don't know why they made it so friendly conquests aren't really for trading orcs. I don't know why. But in the rank conquest you can recruit. You've got the green warpaint trickster with decoys and the right voice for stomping your I mean, thank you. But like I said, they haven't made it so you can do anything really in friendly conquest. You'd have to find your friend's fortress randomly in the ranked, which is basically impossible. But let's see if I can cut off your head. Oh, that's right. I have to go through the last chance, right? Because he's a tank, so I have to go another round.
This is it.
Oh, he's going to kill me. Whatever. It's one way to keep the warlock.
Where are your friends now, Tark?
And this guy is going to get the betrayed or the untouchable. The abused, alright. Well, we still got the warlock, so said would have made a good video. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I said, they could have done more with this game. Click leave region and it's still saved. It doesn't matter to me if, you know, he's still a necromancer, he's in the save, it doesn't matter. I don't, you know, I don't mind. So yeah, I'm just going to make a folder for a bad warlock. Because he's not a good one. If I get a better, because I've had another warlock a past few streams. But yeah. But today it was pretty empty of in the good orcs department. Borrowed game. What? What are you talking about, borrowed game? Shadow of Iron is not borrowed, it's on the same account. Borrowed game. But yeah, hopefully we get a good one this stream, so, you know, we've got something. Because I wouldn't say that this one is worth keeping. He's a rider, he's an archer. Yeah.
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed by fire, but Mordor is not yet yours.
I wish he spawned at least with the decoys, but he preferred to get the cargo instead, I guess.
Shug is close by.
Here I am. If you wanted a shot at me, now's your chance.
I guess I'll do it on the tower again. It's funny that shame scars don't transfer to decoy promotion, but Kurskin does. Well, I think they're on different, you know, level, if you can say that. It's not the same thing. Because they don't keep the cursed body, the cursed skin as a real one. It's just cosmetic on the decoys. So don't take it as, oh, I've got a necromancer decoy already. It's just cosmetic, so it makes it harder to know if you've got a potential necromancer, or it's just look. The shame is just a normal scar like scratches. They don't transfer to the decoys. They don't keep those. Let's see if I get an ambush. No. But yeah, things that the decoys keep are the heads, like broken jaw, baghead, metal head. If you poison them, they keep the blight. They also keep the arms. If
You may have some skill, but your abilities
I caught
are
the
nothing
giant.
compared to the power of the dark flame. Come, let me show you.
a giant from Shoron. He's basic. Meh. I don't really care for him, it's just funny to see the helmet of Slayer on his head. You always get the cooler ones. I mean, this one, like I said, I don't care for him. Sorry, I just don't. Like I said, it's the only thing about him is the helmet. Well, yeah. Also the fact that he's got the shark head. But, yeah. He's got nothing special, really. So I'm going to reroll. And it only took me 102 streaks for him to appear evil. So it's not over 200 or something. So it's best to save our energy. That helmet seems so small on that Orlog. Yeah. I mean, there are Orlogs with tiny skulls, you know, who like the pinhead.
Shug is close by.
Someone set a challenge, I answered. But where is my challenger?
But yeah, we got an
Is he
Orlog
too
to
scared
spawn,
to show his
but
face?
not a good one. We got 2 Orlogs this stream. But yeah, what I usually look for are those unique ones like we saw for the Warlock, but this Warlock sucked. Cargo Rider and Archer, yeah. I don't mind archers in this game, but if they are slayers, they're useless. Look at my guy. Well, share it on Discord and I'll see it. Is there a way to shame an orc you don't have, but without him giving the... Yes, you can. If you take your orc recruit him first. Then make him your bodyguard and take him to an online conquest. Make sure that you have at least a unashamed to bring with you in case. You know, an unashamed that you placed in your army for online conquest. And bring your guy that you want to shame as your bodyguard. Start an online conquest and shame your guy. And yeah.
I received your threat.
Welcome back, Lion.
That is why
How
I
you
am
doing?
here. Not hiding, but waiting. You think you've lured
So yeah,
me
you shame
out?
the guy,
Foolish
and
Tark. It is I who have
depending
lured
if you like the
to
result of your shaming or not. Another cargo rider.
Fella who's always showing off his big flashy moves. Must be why no one likes
So
me.
yeah, if you like the changes after the shame during online conquest, you can leave, or you can finish the conquest if you want. But it takes just a bit longer. If you want to reset the changes, you quit. When you leave and get back into your world, they don't keep the shame mark. Evil! I got a slayer who's a beast slayer. I don't think you have one of those, right? But mine is a cargo rider, so he sucks. You do have one for training. Ah, I thought you didn't have one. Without cat. Yeah, but mine sucks. So we try again. Also, by the way, I made an assassin who is now gone that I didn't have throwing knives. Ah. Sorry. Check your tricky.
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed
Okay,
by
I'll
fire,
check your tricky.
but Mordor
I got
is
a
not
tricky
yet
too
yours.
once during a live stream, but mine was meh. I mean, you got a good one. He's not a cargo rider. But yeah, the tricky always has the feathered helmet. It's from, you know, one of Celebrimbo's memories of, you know, the tricky. But
Shug is
what
close by.
orc I wanted to come back from this is the Grog Order. You know, the one who's voiced by Steve Bloom. It would be funny if it were possible to keep him. I mean, you get to recruit him in the past. Why can't they just reappear out of nowhere? And why can't they just be random spawns instead of, you know? Yes, he has the tricky escape, even when he's not a trickster. You can also get any captain really with the
Good to see you
the
again,
tricky
my
escape.
lord.
If they flee from you 3 times and their titles can change, if they get the title of elusive or uncatchable, they will get the title plus the skill. So when they run away, they throw bombs behind them. And also they have the tricky escape, but once. Why do they reappear like this? What's the... But yeah, it's just happening once that he's got the retreat. Not the retreat, but the tricky escape. What happens if an OL has tricky escape during online siege? OL? What's an OL? Overlord has tricky escape during online siege. I don't think they do have the tricky escape. They just they say their lines just like a captain who's busy with the death threat. They say their lines, but they stick around because they can't escape. But yeah, they just stay there. It's like their last chance chat, you know.
First one, you think what you did is anything compared to the might of the Dark Lord? I'll put an end to you and show you that you're nothing.
Well, I caught another one. Oh, this one has bombs. This one has bombs. Arrow and stealth. He's got bombs. That's... I don't think he just needs 2 immunities. You have a mission. I have a mission now. It sucks that he spawns with only one shoulder. Training, give him to me. Alright. You said that leaving the mission saved them, right? Carl Tars still is here. Okay. On fire, poison immunity, and yeah. Hold up. What? Wait for that sweet days. We don't know if he has a days. I'll, you know. You know what? I'll use the HB so we don't have to search for worm.
Poor dog. Poor dog.
Alright, let's see. Alright, let's reveal his weaknesses. Fear ghouls. It won't go up, but it's okay. Alright.
Poor dog.
He's in a mission still. Alright.
Poor dog.
That many ghouls in siege. Alright, so just for you, I'll leave him in a backup. But yeah. We should check really for this thing that they call the save converter online. I still haven't checked if it's alright, because you could technically just take one of my saves and turn it into your own. Could find my vendetta. You know we can never find each other's vendettas. One time during a stream, during online conquests, I stumbled upon one of well, after an online conquest, I stumbled upon a vendetta for Sam Lethal, but one time cannot find my second account from first account, but yeah. Even in Lithlad, I've lost, my dung collector in Lithlad. I did everything for you to be able to pick him up, and you couldn't find my vendetta for some reason. Like I said, we should look into the converter. I think that would be the best bet. That way you could just use my save and pick up the orcs I find.
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed by fire, but Mordor is not yet yours.
You can find your own sieges, I still. I mean, I could try it to, drop my siege level.
Shug is close by.
But yeah, like I said, I should give it a go to the converter. If you send me one of your saves,
but where is my
on Discord, DM or something, I could try to convert my save into your own, and we could see if, I would be the only one risking anything if something happened on the PC.
Ranger! I received your threat.
If you train him, you're gonna have 6 immunity.
Not hiding,
I mean,
but waiting. You think you've lured me out? Foolish
it would be
child.
mostly your
It is
thing
I
to
who
do
have
the
lured you
training.
to
Like
your
I said,
death.
I mostly care about transforming an orc. So usually when I see an orc with 2 shoulder pads, I know that if I were to turn him into the Stitch, that he would have both shoulder pads, which is something I prefer. So yeah, if we were to trade each other's, orcs with the save converter, I really want to give it a go. So, you'd be having fun with the dung collector, the chosen, etc. And you could send me a few of your own. We'll see. Gonna get 2 shoulders when I put him as Overlord. I mean, that's a temporary change when he becomes Overlord. That's temporary, because when you get him back as a normal captain, he goes back to 1 shoulder. That's not good enough for me. It's one of those things that bother me.
Stop, creature! You're quite handy with
Pure
those
blood
weapons
again.
of yours.
We
Now
had
let me
this
show
one
you what I
last
can
stream.
do with
Also
mine.
one shoulder. I don't see him with anything. So you want me to keep this one as well? He looks basic to me, but you know, if you want to keep him, I'll... I'll leave the save, I'll make the backup, and... show us second chat. The second chat. I mean, for him to have the second chat, I would need to interact enough with him. So, well, the streak was still going on. Alright. Okay. Just going to add him to the folder. But yeah, the second chat should be just him talking about how he's superior to me and stuff. But yeah, the second chat sometimes can also reference how they are slayers. So, you know. You don't want him, you just want to listen to what he has to say. Well, like I said, I'm gonna have to go and meet him a couple of times for him to have the second chat, so... What do I do? Oh, I know! I'll make him my bodyguard, I'll force a betrayal, he'll kill me a couple of times and send a death threat, and he should have the second chat. Easy.
Dog.
That way I don't have to go through the whole mission, just piss him up a couple of times. No, you want to see the second chat. It's easily done. This won't, you know, happen now. Just going to force a couple of betrayals.
I hope you enjoyed that little game.
And, you know,
because you just lost.
I hope he's not a humiliator. Because then we wouldn't have the second chat. Unless, you know, he gives it a break during the death threats.
What? How did that happen?
Okay.
Poor dog.
Let's see, I can force multiple times while he's here.
Azagur.
You got completely mad. I will put you down.
And what I find funny is that people say that the other voice of the, you know, the one who's speaking the black language from Mordor, People are saying, oh, he's dumb. It's like, no, he's bilingual. Not because, you know, it's not... the common language is not natural to the other Olog. It's just, you know... I also need a picture of the chosen immunity. Alright. Let's see, maybe we'll have enough interactions with this, enough betrayals for him to have the second chat from beating me. A couple of betrayals only.
Completely mad. I will put you down.
Right. Oh, I'm going to change the difficulty so it doesn't kill me straight away. So let's make it easy, so we've got more than enough chances for him to get the second chat from defeating me. I get it back up. Let's see.
I'm clean. Where'd you go? Futile attack.
Probably when I'm doing an execution on him is gonna add My Tricky, on the other hand, has one easy daze to drop, so that's super easy. I mean, yeah, when they're dazed by weaknesses, that's fine, but if they're afraid of something, that's not going away. Does not want to talk. I mean, we need more interactions with him.
I hope you enjoyed that little game, because you just lost.
Imagine we just summoned him once as our bodyguard and we keep betraying him. Dazed by brutality. Alright, good. Usually they get those from being shamed.
Enjoyed that little game, because you just lost.
I don't want to hit him some more when he's angry, because it might just kill him. But if you beat him when you're, you know, having him as your follower, that's fine. He's just going to bleed out and you can save him. I'll let him kill me after this, and he should have enough interactions to, you know, make it count.
I will put you down.
We'll see. Come on. Alright, kill me. Doesn't want to chat. Second time, we'll let him have his revenge. We'll send a death threat and we'll talk later. Oh, I forgot to add drinks.
Who knew it could end badly when you betray someone bigger and stronger?
Wow, pure blood can change. I mean, yeah, he can change, but I mean, he can change into the betrayed. So he's not going to call me Scourge anymore. He's not going to have the I'm superior talk.
I'll never get used to it.
Perhaps we should stop
I did not
dying.
know that about him. I mean, that his title can change, yeah, but I didn't think he would change to the abused. So yeah, we'll see if he has anything to say about our time together. So yeah, that's weird.
Azagor, you are mine.
Here I am, out in the open, waiting. But where are you?
Alright, I'm here.
Human! You are persistent, aren't you? So am I. Especially when I'm ensuring that a hated enemy dies a slow, agonizing death.
Alright, come and beat me up.
Prepare to be destroyed! That was a good one!
Stab him to 100 first. See if you get second. No, the map is full already.
He's a slippery bugger! That doesn't work! Did you miss that bit? You're done!
Let's build our Wrath first.
Get this man filth off me! Get back here! I kill you!
Want to see if we can trigger the second chat. Okay. See? That's not what I meant to do. Oh yeah, second chat.
I can't decide whether to slaughter you here or drive you from the field. Let's see if you have a preference.
Ah. See, normally you wouldn't be able to, you know, hear this line, but he's a slayer. So, you know. Alright, let's get back to farming slayers. Oh, I can't send you the war paint. Why did my Streamlab not... So, sorry, Yaroslav, I couldn't see your chat for a while on the Streamlab. Because... yeah. So I missed a few... on YouTube. Let's see, what did I miss? Maintenance for Shadow of War has completely died and been revived over and over again. In fact, it's low-key D right now. Sorry to hear this dynamic. But yeah, maybe restart your router or your modem. The problem in this case, I get a cool orc, but he's above level 80, so I can't recruit him without scaring him. Like I said, you just shame him during my online conquest. So I can send you the green warpaint decoy through sending save. Yeah, you could try that. Streamlab decided to not work. Yeah. That's the issue. I have the screen, you know, I think having 2 screens is already a lot. But I feel like I almost need a 3rd smaller screen for YouTube chat or something, because I have to separate this smaller one into 2 to see what happens on YouTube, because Streamlab likes to just neglect YouTube's chat. Don't know why. It's just what it is. So I have to refresh the chat every now and then on the Streamlab, because it always fails me at some point for no reason, which is super annoying, but what can you do? The problem is recruiting. In recruiting is the first place. I can't help him. My bodyguard for the... Why can't you recruit him? I mean, you can use HB. If you have one bodyguard, just make sure to move him next to your guy. You use the glitch HB. So basically, when you're about to give an order to your bodyguard, you're trying to slightly move the highlight to the guy next to him. But while you're doing it, press Y to make a comment. But of course, if it keeps highlighting your guy, you keep pressing B. B, Y, B, Y. Like on the controller, that's the BY. Y is to order, and and B is to cancel. So you do the... I can't use HBE because I don't have a controller. I think if you ask on Discord, they have people telling you how to do it on keyboard, I think. Because you can... Let's see if... Because you can do it with the mouse, I think. You know, when you're about to order on the keyboard or something, and you use your mouse to hover over the captains on tablet on the phone. Not everybody has a tablet, so...
Shug is close by.
He needs team map on mobile. Shadow of War foe. Imagine Shadow of War on a Nokia.
But where is my challenger? Is he too scared to show his...
Or on a heart monitor on your wrist when going jogging. My HP dragging figures on the screen. Don't eat Cheetos and Doritos before, you know, playing Shadow of War.
Coming here was the second biggest mistake you ever made. The first was that death threat. And
Well,
now
no doubt.
you're gonna pay for both. Bleed for me!
Unless you wanna try to do HP with Dorito fingers, then yeah. You know people are doing that. That's something I find like, why? Like, take a break, watch videos if you want to snack and then play your video game. But you know people are doing that. Electronics are not made for the common folks. I think my favorite orc you made was Mad Eye Stormbringer. Ah. Mad Eye Stormbringer? I think somebody talked to me about Mad Eye Stormbringer. Have I made a Mad Eye Stormbringer? Oh yeah, I did make one. I completely forgot about him. And he's one of the recent ones. I was still remembering the Exterminator,
you've done. What do you say, Tuck? Will you
the
do
Blizzard,
a little dance for me?
Blizzard 2.0, but I completely forgot about Mad Eye. But yeah. I guess they want to eat while they want to eat while eating. Yeah, crazy, right? Who wants to eat while eating? What a world we live in. Yeah, while playing, I know.
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed by fire, but Mordor is not
Lumpy
yet
head.
yours.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this head, I've noticed that some of the scars disappear when you zoom out from the army screen. Something that really bothers me whenever I see an orc with eyebrows. Well, always the buff orcs with eyebrows or beards, they disappear when you're zooming out. But if you have a skinny or fat orc, the beard or piercings or eyebrows, they remain on the screen. They remain
Shug is
visible.
close by.
But the ugly face or the handsome or lump face, lump head, they
Here I am.
don't
If
keep
you
their
wanted a
scars
shot,
visible
now's
when
your
you zoom out.
chance.
That's very annoying to me.
Ranger! I received your threat. That is why I am here. Not hiding, but waiting. You think you've lured me out? Foolish Tark. It is I who have
I
lured
think I'll
you
keep streaming
to
until
your
7.
death.
And then, yeah.
Die, Glob!
So cool Slayer so far is the Chosen. Yeah, last stream we had a few good ones. Like I said, the Shadow, who always spawns as an epic assassin. That time he spawned as a Slayer, so we've got one that we could transform in a future stream. I think that would be interesting. But he's still not my favorite. If we could get another good wall, because I've got a wall already better than the last one we got during the stream. Because Evil really wants to find one on his own, but that didn't happen. He's still looking. Shadow Slayer with throwing knives. Yep.
I've learned your tricks.
Oh, we got it reset. No worries, like I said, I made sure he has a lot of HP. But yeah, what I want is something that really makes me say, wow. Well, yeah, that's the annoying part, but this guy made sure to find a, you know, a tank who could be dazed. So this guy, you can simply headshot him and he loses his adaptation. As long as you keep him frozen.
You maggot! You really think
Ah,
you know how to fight?
we really get some
Oh,
bad
that is
ones this
precious.
stream. I also like when you have a captain who's covered in blood, but he's not insane. Because this remains on decoys as well. So you can farm all kinds of bloody, you know, titles. This also prevents the cursed look, so this sucks, unfortunately. Yeah.
Shug is close by.
Those Spectre face stick to decoys. No! They lose it.
Here I am. If you
It's
wanted a
cosmetic,
shot at
but
me,
only
now's
for,
your chance.
you know, the captain. The decoys lose it when they get promoted. Like I said, you get the broken jar, the baghead, the metal head, infested, machine, blight,
You very
twins,
much doubt you'll survive this. But if you do,
pretender.
maybe this time I'll recruit you.
So those are the things that stick to the decoys. Scars like scratches, burns, missing eyes, shame, they disappear. The curse look remain on the decoys, but they make it difficult to know if you have necromancer or not. If you really want for them to keep the look of cursed, sure, that's fine. I recently discovered a new war paint, light blue, which always found. Yeah, well, I know. People told me about it a few months back. I tried to farm the followers of a Gravewalker, and I noticed that when he has decoys, the decoys have different skin and body paint. So I had one who was with yellow skin and white paint, I think, which was weird because I was trying to also farm a Gravewalker with with a gang. So when he has a gang, those gang members inherit the body paint as well. But in this case, also with the white skin. So it makes it difficult to really get anything from this. So I was always hoping to get a random, you know, serpent, because the serpent changes the skin color every time to green. So I was thinking that blue, light blue, would be a bit more visible on the green skin than on the white. But I haven't yet got to, you know,
Zog and his acolytes have
farm
been
a
cleansed
serpent.
by fire, but Mordor is not yet yours.
Yeah, and also the poet slash rhymer doesn't change titles, so I can't really do anything with this guy. What's your story progress on this save, by the way? The story progress. I completed the whole story in everything. I'm just on the edge of ending it, you know, facing Sauron and everything. But there are a few things that are missing. I'm missing the intel, well, the intel, the lore for the ghoul matrons. I'm missing the of the White Hand, you know, the guy who's been sent by Saruman. I'm missing intel on Saruman. So yeah, I've completed pretty much everything. I've got this remaining. So more than me even. I thought you were an early save. But yeah, this save is still not good enough for me. That's why I've been thinking about restarting a fresh new save, where I would also leave a treasure, at least, in the maps. So maybe I could try to trigger the Golden's ambush. Dark the Dark. Yeah, he's from my Nemesis Forge back in the day. He's
Shug is close by.
a bit older than my Dung Collector. Because, you know, Dark the Dark, when I found him during my Shadow of Mordor run, I had to port him. And Evil would love to have my save for this guy. This guy was also from my Nemesis Forge. And there's also my Destroyer. I liked the Destroyers back in Shadow of Mordor. Now a question. Okay.
Someone set a challenge, I
Didn't
answer.
even do Outlaw
But
Slaughter
where
these
is my
missions, and
challenger?
I have them
Is he
disabled.
too scared
Also
to
don't
show
have
his
Tired.
face?
I mean, that's one way to farm, you know, Outlaws or Slayers, you know, easily. So you should at least leave a few missions to get them to spawn.
Hi!
If you wanted to try to
Good
get
see you
certain
again, my
titles.
lord.
If you want to try to reset it with the 1.0. So don't have Eltaria and Zogdon, and I have to complete 3 outposts and learn to prepare it. Who's the follower and who's the nemesis between Dark and Kraka? No, there were 2 different followers, because I didn't want them to have any scars. Because your nemesis, you'd have to kill him, and one way or the other would result in a scar, which I didn't want on them, so they were both different followers. My first follower was a painted that I turned into a real killing machine back in Shadow Mordor, based on Uruk Solo's video on how to make them super strong. And it was the hardest fight ever, because he's, you know, a berserker, savage berserker, and I still have him in my backup, in one of my backup, and I burned him into becoming the Flame of War when, you know, I made him my main nemesis.
You think what you did is anything compared to the might of the Dark Lord?
But yeah, my follower was the red hunter that I also made super strong in Shadow Mordor, but he was not there. Lucky day. I mean, I wouldn't call it a lucky day, because this guy doesn't appear to be one I would care about. He's looking basic to me. So, to you it's lucky day, to me it's like, nah. Still another log, yeah, but
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed.
he's not the first and he's not going to be the last. He's just, yeah. When I enabled slaughters yesterday, all missions appeared, and like 65% orcs, I got ambushed in death at slaughters. Interesting. Maybe. So maybe if we really wanted to try to farm certain, you know, titles from the DLCs,
Shug is close
maybe
by.
enabling it made it so they were trying to introduce themselves the normal way. We're looking for cooler logs today. Yeah, we haven't found any. Well, to my taste. Evil is really happy with my chosen. I would prefer no chance Slayer log. I think I've had one during a stream, but I don't remember when. I think it was, I don't know. Heartless?
I'm not one for fancy words, but I am fluent in death.
Is it Heartless who has the no chance, or I don't know. Outlaw DLC I just have disabled for 95% of my all times played. But yeah, I also should do more with the 1.0 save. No, Cruel, Merciless, and Blacker. Ah! But yeah, I'm pretty sure I had an analog with a no chance. If you have 2 DLC disabled, you can spawn more of those sweet items. But yeah, I'm not really looking forward to have really a no last chance Olog, because I don't feel like it's going to help me with anything in particular. Because I like to have orcs from the Slaughter tribe. Because they are, you know, almost as good as Marauders. With their cleavers like I said, if I really wanted to make a monster of an orc, I would have a savage slayer with the title of meat hooks. Because he's throwing axes, he would be throwing cleavers, because he's, you know, from the Slaughter tribe. He has the attacks of a slayer. I have one of those. Yeah, I don't have one. Train meat hooks,
Zog
slayer.
and his acolytes have been cleansed by fire.
But I don't want anyone. I want one that looks decent. I don't want a, you know, one with an ugly face or... Wait, a tank. Savage tank. Well, that's meh. Savage tanks are awesome.
Shug is
Yeah. I disagree.
Here I am. If you wanted a shot at me, now's your chance.
I prefer a savage slayer who can throw axes and use cleavers.
You maggot! Well, well, well. Now's your chance. Do you really think you'll succeed?
I got
where
the
so
Defender
many others
Berserker
have
Slaughter
failed?
Rhymer I bought it from Pretender Decoys. He's got wide hog shoulder pads. Good. Unfortunately, you can't really, you know, change his title. I mean, it's fine, you can like him. It's just, you know, for me, I want something I can work with. I like a project. The poet is mostly for, you know, collecting the titles, not really for changing them. Have a meat hook things as well. Like I said, I want one as a slayer. Oh. Mind your own business. Oh.
Mad swine!
Right.
I was gonna stay out of this. But you're doing too
He's a
well
liar.
for me to
He
stay
claims to
away.
be a
I wanted to
commander.
take it easy today. So much for that.
I would have found it funny if he had something that says, hey, you can summon, you know, as well. But yeah, look at him, claiming to be a commander. Also, he's a cargo rider, so yeah, no.
Zog and his
Commander
acolytes
not
have
being
been cleansed
commander.
by fire,
Yeah.
but Mordor is not yet yours.
Okay, so we've got 15 minutes left. Hopefully we'll find something. So yeah, I've been thinking again, am I going to stream Elden Ring tomorrow or Sunday?
Shug is close
On
by.
the other channel, I mean.
I suppose there is all the fun we can have torturing them.
Because yeah, I started with the Bard and I'd like to go further with it.
Someone set
I want to see a Stormbringer made from a Berserker-Commander. The dark breastplate and nice gauntlet in bronze would look. Ah, so from the machine tribe. Maybe finding a what's the name? The gatekeeper. Gatekeepers spawn as tanks or commanders, but always with
Hope
the.
you're ready for a quick death. I've no taste for showmanship.
But anyway, you cannot, have the chess piece anyway from Stormbringer creation. It doesn't really matter. Just any savage from the machine tribe, really. Imagine if he had an epic guy. Yeah, but he did not spawn epic, so that didn't work. Also, I wouldn't have kept him anyway because Cargo Rider. Berserker Commander title. I mean, I'm gonna try with golden whatever. So that is the Berserker-Master. Berserker-Masters, they can be Berserkers or Commanders. And I have one who is a Slayer from the stream.
That won't work anymore!
Ah, you got your Olog. I think you should make him into a Stormbringer if he's got the right voice. You can't always make him into the right voice if his title can change because of the fake machine transformation plus the title change into the bird.
Got all those flips and twirls out of your system.
So it's always possible as long as the title can change. Guess the title. It's fake Necroskin. Chosen?
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed by fire, but Mordor is not yet yours.
Oh, could be Dream Eater, Fear Eater. No, Fear Eater is from the our Oruks only. It's Dream Eater. No, Fear Lord.
Shug is close by.
What else? Cursed.
Here I am. If you wanted a shot at me, now's your chance.
What other titles can spawn as Ologs? But yeah, I don't. So, Dream Eater, Fear Lord, the Corrupt.
Dark Lord's gaze
No,
is
the
upon
Corrupt
me.
is
Your death will please him.
not always cursed. Alright?
You'll be my supper later. Time to turn the world upside down.
You were supposed to do your other attack, sir.
I wouldn't be too impressed with your self-talk. Now you've got a true
Still
challenge
no.
on your
Well-
hands.
I'm out of guesses.
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed by fire, but Mordor is not yet yours.
Like I said, I don't really look at those anyway, so nothing springs to mind.
Shug is close by.
Because yeah, I said Cursed, Fear Eater, that's Uruk. Dream Eater, Cursed, Fear Lord, those are
Someone set
basically
challenge, I answered.
the
But
dialogues
where is my
that
challenger?
would spawn
Is
naturally
he too scared
looking
to show
cursed,
his
but
face?
are not really, from what you're saying, so I don't know. And if, since you're saying it's not the chosen either, I don't know.
Ranger! Let us not waste time. I've waited long enough.
So I guess I'll just have to live with the fact that I don't know. And I'm okay with that. Well, I don't know. I don't really check the Uruk's gram unless I'm pinned. Well, and anyway, they don't pin people because they say, "Oh, you don't talk in the Uruk's gram." I mean, you what? What I what? I mean, like I said, I don't know about guessing those titles. I mean, yeah, I know about this. I just have no time really to check.
Gotcha! I like
Oh,
gore
we
as
got
much
a
as the next
potential
one,
necromancer
so
if
it's
he's not
almost a shame
already
to
one.
break this up. Almost.
But yeah, like I said, I don't really look at those because I have other things to do. So yeah, he's only a potential necromancer, but unfortunately, as I said, he's a cargo rider, and yeah. Arrow and stealth. Bork. Nope. Not interested in this guy. He sucks.
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed by
Okay,
fire,
so
but Mordor is not
the
yet
shaman.
yours.
Oh, yeah, the shaman. I wasn't sure if the shaman really was one to always spawn cursed. I haven't seen him. Pretty helmet. I mean, yeah, but I've never been the fan of the feathered outfit. If you can call it that, it's just feather thing. I don't really like it on orcs.
Shug is close by.
Best enraged. Okay, what is enraged? Mortal wound. Ah, well, yeah.
Here I am. If you wanted a shot at me, now's your chance.
What I find funny is that this guy is a tank with the mortal wound. When you find those, they're pretty annoying because you're like, alright, I'm going to kill him now, you know, do the execution. He's like, no, wait, I'm still enraged.
Manfred! Let's see what you've got. So far, I'm not impressed. I'm the best.
In 2 minutes the stream should end, so it's been pretty empty for me. My folders have not been filled with success today. Can Scorpion be turned? No. Scorpion is not a title that changes, unfortunately. He always spawned with Fast Learner and bombs. Good. Sorry. Have to control this one hand. Yeah, the killer helmet is good. But you can have him from a captain, any captain who does an execution or survives an execution and the other guy dies. As long as their title can change, they can turn into the killer, so they get the helmet.
Burn swine! You may have some skill, but your abilities are nothing compared to the power of the Dark Flame.
Thunder Bowers, come on,
Let me show you.
you're disgusting. Bowers, the Bowers of Sauron. Enraged by burning. On fire like... I'm not lucky, they all suck today. He doesn't look nice, he's covered in filth. He's got basic skills, come on. He doesn't even have trimmer or anything. Come on, he's pretty bad. Come on. Stop pulling my leg. That's not luck, it's just... yeah. One immunity for 70 is funny and best one. I mean, I don't know about that. Like I said, I don't train them, so I don't know if one is good, because, you know, to me, the best one for me is immunity to the elements and beast. That's all I care about on the captain. I don't care if they're immune to my attacks. I just care that they're immune to other orcs' attacks. Not for me. So what do you want me to do with this guy? Because I don't care about him one bit. Old grumpy Ologman. At least show weaknesses. Alright, I'll show it. But yeah, like I said, they suck. They spawn like this. They suck.
I don't like the sound of that.
Submit!
He's flammable. Okay, so he's enraged by burns and he's flammable. So even if he's weak to it, he gets pissed. So yeah, what do you want me to do? To save him in the folder just for you? Because he's not for me. He's, you know. This stream had none for me. Last stream, oh, we had some good ones. If you won't train him, don't keep him. I mean, like I said, if we are to convert my saves into yours, you know, you could train him if you want to. And you could even train my chosen yourself if we manage to convert my saves into yours. CBA using filthy programs, I think. CBA? What? Speak in English, please. Or French. I mean, like I said, just let me know what your name for your save is or something, and then I'll convert my save. I'll do it on my own, and then I'll send you the copy so you can try to, you know, play the game. Because, yeah, I, you know, don't feel like training an orc, really, that I don't care about. Honestly. Like the shadow from last stream, definitely going to work on him because I don't care if he spawn with one shoulder. If I'm to turn him into a savage Stonebringer, he's going to have both shoulders. Well, one shoulder here and the other arm is going to be Nazgul, so don't care. That's fine. So, you know, if you want this holog, I'll look into the converter. So yeah, it's past 7 p.m. and yeah, I think that will be all for now. Shadow sounds good. Yep, in the future stream. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a nice day, a nice evening.